Have you ever wanted to move to a new city, but didn't know anything about it? Today we're going to go over the 5 pros and cons of living in Wichita. As a military brat, I moved around frequently as a child, moving every 2 to 3 years. Right before high school, my parents settled here in Wichita, Kansas. And as you can tell, it's been a minute or two. Since then, I have lived in other states and cities, and also visited several countries. But I keep coming back to Wichita, Kansas. Today we're going to go over the 5 top pros and cons of living in Wichita, Kansas. Stay tuned. The 5 pros of living in Wichita, Kansas. Number 1 is the people. Amazing. They are truly amazing. They're family and value driven. When we first came here, after moving around so often, I thought it was a little odd. I really did. But as I've been here for good night over 30 years, yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's almost like living in Cheers, where everybody knows your name. It's a big little city, but people know you and people will look after you. Now granted, there's always that little element of the population that isn't quite like that, but the majority of the people here in the Wichita area are amazing. So number 1 is the people. Number 2, it's the slower lifestyle. Oh my goodness. When I first moved here, and even after spending time in other cities, you get back here and you're like, whoa, Nelly, oh my goodness. But it's a laid-back lifestyle. It's not quite a beach laid-back lifestyle. It's a couple steps faster than that, but it's still laid back. You got the laid back lifestyle, you got easy commutes, you can get to anywhere in Wichita in 15 to 20 minutes depending on traffic. It is amazing. And that's from one side of the city to the other side of the city. It's crazy. I guess what you can do with all that time? Well, you can either get stuff done or you can just enjoy life. The choice is up to you. Number 3 is the cost of living. Wichita, according to move.org, has the lowest cost of living of the top 74 metropolitan cities. And this study was published at the November of 2021. Now, what can you do with this low cost of living? Well, you can either buy a bigger house if you want to. You can keep the same house and just, invest your money. I mean, it's a great wealth building tool. And it causes a lot less stress too. We have a lot of people that come in from Colorado, California. They sell their houses out there. They come over here. They can buy the same amount of house at a fraction of the cost. It's amazing. So number 3 is the cost of living. Number 4 is our diverse industries. Wichita used to be known as the air capital of the world. Actually, technically we still are, which is partially true. But we also have Koch Industries world headquarters here. We do have Boeing and Spirit. We have McConnell. We have a whole bunch of high-tech manufacturing jobs that support all that. Agriculture is really big. IT is really big. So if there's anything our city fathers have done really well since the late 80s, early 90s, is they have diversified our industry. So Wichita is really kind of insulated itself from the highs and lows of the economy. Number 5 is the weather. Yes, this could go on both a pro and a con. But I think it's a pro because we're not just stuck with one thing. Okay? You got hot, you got cold, you got tornadoes, thunderstorms, you get a little snow every now and then, hail, windstorms. You can see it all. Sometimes you can see it all in 24 hours. It's truly amazing. And recently, we've had new things called earthquakes. So the only thing we really don't get here in Wichita are hurricanes. It's kind of remarkable that way. Hi y'all, it's Lynn O'Donnell with Platinum Realty. here in Wichita, Kansas, helping you to love where you live. A bonus pro for Wichita, number 6, last but not least, is it's a clean city. It's well taken care of. I really hadn't thought about this, but we were doing some college tours for my oldest daughter, and she commented in several of the different cities, they're like, this is really dirty. They don't take care of stuff. And I go, well, which city does take care of stuff? She goes, Wichita's really clean. I'm like, hadn't really thought of it. She kind of named it the oasis of the plains. So, number 6 is we do have a clean city. I appreciate you watching the video. If you could take a moment and like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, that would help YouTube get this video out to other people that would like to see it. I appreciate you. Thank you. So the 5 cons. First one is we don't have any major sports teams. The Kansas City Royals is up in Kansas City, Missouri. The Chiefs are up in Kansas City, Missouri. The Oklahoma City has the nearest NBA team. So we don't have any major sports teams here. We do have a bunch of college or smaller league sports teams. We have WSU, which plays, basketball, softball, there's bowling, girls volleyball is really good too. We have the Wichita Thunder, which is a minor league hockey team. You have the Wind Surge, which is a AA affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. So we kind of go for the smaller teams. Next on the list of cons is no mass transit. We do have city buses, but they operate on a limited schedule. So there's no subways, there's no trains. If you're thinking about moving here to Wichita, Kansas, I would definitely recommend 1, if not 2, personal vehicles. Third on the list is taxes. Yes, everybody's favorite, taxes. Yeah, we tax food too, by the way, which blows my mind. But we tax food, we have property taxes, your sales tax, at least in Sedgwick County, for the majority part of it is 7.5%. Personal property gets taxed, boats, RVs, all that good fun stuff. And the reason being is, well, 1, we don't have much tourism, so we have to generate that revenue somehow. So realistically, it's not that bad, but I really always scratched my head about why they tax food. Number 4 is the weather. I told you, it was on both sides of the equation. It really depends on how you want to look at it, which kind of goes for most things in the world. But we do have 4 seasons. You can get them in a few hours, you can get them in 24 hours. We do have some extreme weather, okay? And like I said, the only thing we don't actually see here is hurricanes, because we're so far inland, which honestly is probably a good thing. Number 5 is nightlife, or lack thereof, really. We have a very small areas, pockets really, of places to go. We do have plenty of sports bars, which is very basically everybody's thing. But as far as going in, dancing, and doing all that good fun stuff, we have Old Town, which is that 19th century warehouses that have been renovated. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot for the young folks to do at night. And also, we don't seem to get a lot of big touring acts on the weekends. If you're going to see them here in Wichita, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, not on the weekends. Because even though we are the biggest city technically in Kansas, we're only like 500,000. So, not big enough to draw them on the weekend. So if you're going to go to that stuff, and you enjoy going to concerts and stuff like that, you might have to call in sick the next day, or plan accordingly, I guess is what I'm saying. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you'd like to know more information about videos that I've made of Wichita before you move here or relocate, check out this video over here or over here. Thank you very much and stay tuned to the channel. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Focus. As a military brat, we moved around a lot as a child. That makes no sense. Today, we're going to go over my top. Oh my lord. Almost had it, baby. Almost had it. The people are awesome around here. They're family driven. Try that again. You got windstorms. Damn it. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.